We're diving into Jotunnslayer Hordes of Hel, a unique spin on the bullet heaven genre with Norse mythology at its core. By the end of this review, you'll know whether this game is worth your time. The game puts you in the middle of chaotic battles, where waves of enemies continuously flood the screen. As a player, your job is to survive, complete objectives, and summon the stage boss to finish the level. While the core gameplay loop resembles games like Vampire Survivors, Jotunnslayer stands out by incorporating a structured approach. Each stage comes with a timer and a list of objectives. Completing these objectives stops the timer and allows you to summon the boss, shifting the focus entirely to defeating it. This mechanic adds a sense of urgency that forces you to strategize rather than aimlessly grind. However, the time limit might not sit well with players who enjoy the freedom to explore and experiment at their own pace. What sets Jotunnslayer apart is its deep customization system centered around Norse mythology. Characters can gain blessings and abilities from gods like Loki, Thor, and Freya. Each god brings unique skills that can drastically impact how you play. Loki, the trickster, offers powerful bonuses that come with a risk. Some abilities may buff enemies instead of helping you. Thor provides consistent area damage by summoning lightning strikes, while Freya offers useful passives, such as increased experience gain, alongside devastating area of effect attacks. This blend of active and passive skills adds layers of strategy and encourages experimentation, making every run feel different. The game's class system adds another layer of depth. The demo features two playable classes, the Berserker and the Seeress, with more planned for the full release. Each class offers a unique playstyle, catering to different preferences. The Berserker thrives in the thick of battle, focusing on healing and survival, while the Seeress uses experience crystals offensively, dealing damage to enemies who come into contact with them. Midway through a run, you can specialize your class by choosing one of three unique paths. For instance, the Seeress can opt to amplify her damage by absorbing experience crystals, while the Berserker can lean further into his healing abilities to outlast enemies. This mid-run specialization adds variety and keeps gameplay engaging. Weapon selection is another area where the game shines. Before starting a stage, you can choose your weapon, each of which comes with unique bonuses and skills. Even weapons of the same type can differ in how they influence your playstyle. This variety encourages experimentation and adds replayability, as you can tailor your loadout to suit your preferred approach. Additionally, the game includes modifiers that let you tweak the difficulty. For example, you can reduce enemy damage in exchange for fewer resources, or make enemies tougher in exchange for better rewards. These modifiers create a risk-reward balance that keeps gameplay fresh and challenging. The game's stages are not just about surviving the horde. They also include objectives that you must complete to progress. These objectives vary and add a sense of purpose to each run, making it more than just a survival experience. Completing objectives also unlocks the ability to summon the stage boss. The boss battles are intense and rewarding, offering a satisfying climax to each stage. The timer pauses once the boss is summoned, allowing you to focus entirely on the fight without worrying about running out of time. Despite its strength, Jotunnslayer does have some notable shortcomings. The learning curve is also quite steep, with a lot of systems to understand, including god skills, class upgrades, and modifiers. While this complexity adds depth, it can feel overwhelming for newcomers. A more comprehensive tutorial or gradual introduction to mechanics would make the game more accessible. Visually, the game leans heavily into its Norse theme, with vibrant environments and detailed character designs. However, the visuals can become overwhelming during battles. The sheer number of enemies and effects on screen can make it difficult to keep track of your character, especially during intense moments. Improving the UI and adding clearer indicators for your character's position could greatly enhance the experience. The gameplay loop, while engaging, may not appeal to everyone. The time-limited objectives, though innovative, might feel restrictive for players who prefer open-ended survival experiences. Additionally, the game's reliance on modifiers to adjust difficulty can make it feel unbalanced at times, especially when attempting harder stages. That said, Jotunnslayer excels in keeping gameplay dynamic. The combination of class and god skills ensures that no two runs are alike. The mid-run specialization system allows for a high degree of customization, and the modifier system lets you tailor the challenge to your liking. The game rewards experimentation and strategic thinking, making it a solid entry in the bullet heaven genre. However, it's not without its flaws. The limited demo content and steep learning curve might deter some players, and the chaotic visuals can detract from the overall experience. For a game that relies so heavily on action, clarity is crucial, and this is an area where Jotunnslayer could improve. Overall, Jotunnslayer Hordes of Hel is a promising addition to the genre. Its use of Norse mythology, combined with deep customization and intense gameplay, makes it stand out. However, it's a game that requires patience to fully appreciate. If you enjoy fast-paced action with a strategic twist and don't mind a bit of chaos, this game is worth trying. If you want to watch a review of Vampire Survivors in 2025, whether you're considering jumping in for the first time or returning after a break, this review will give you all the information you need to decide if it's still worth playing today. So go ahead, click the link and dive into the review. You won't want to miss it.